Hey guys, welcome to, I suppose, my initial thoughts or, my first opinions about the World War II beta. Now, I know I am extremely late on this. I really took my time, but, I think the extra few days I did take, to really get my thoughts in order, will definitely help overall. I've changed my opinions. I've made some new ones. So, just overall, it should make for a better video. So I'm going to try to be concise, but we got a lot to talk about. So probably won't be a short video, but okay, first things first. Why don't we go over the good? Because it's shorter. But yeah, so the good. The highlight, or I guess the kill cam, or whatever you want to call it nowadays. The kill cam / highlight, I'm all for that. No matter what team you're on, whether you win or lose, if you did the best play of the game, no matter what game mode, you get a highlight, or I guess except War. War doesn't have a highlight. We just have cutscenes like something from Star Wars Battlefront. But yeah, so no matter what team you're on, whether you win or lose, if you did the best play of the game, you get a highlight. So personally, I really appreciate that because I was playing solo in the beginning and I was losing a lot. So it was nice to know that I had something to look forward to, I guess. So yeah, something kind of out of Overwatch, whether they copied it or not, but they took a page from that book, but I like it. It's a good implementation. Second is the separation of stealth, and that I can't give enough praise for that. Like that's good. That's good for any Call of Duty game. What they did is that they separated the silencer and the ghost perk into two separate divisions, and you can't have more than one division, so this was foolproof. So if you want to have a silencer, you can only do it for SMGs, and it's only for the airborne division. And for Ghost, or the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 version of Ghost, not Black Ops 1, you don't get off the radar when you're just standing still, you have to be moving. So Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 Ghost is only available for the Mountain Division. So what they did essentially is that if you want like complete Ghost coverage, you have to go Mountain. But if you shoot your gun, you'll show up on the radar. And if you go Airborne Division, you can have a silencer, only for your SMG, but if they call in a recon plane, your cover's blown. So they separated it out. You can't have total stealth, and that's great for a Call of Duty game because too much stealth just makes the game slow and arguably unplayable. So, good on that. And the last one, yeah, that was really short. Last one is nostalgia. Like, I can't say enough about that. Like, to be boots on ground again, it just feels right for a Call of Duty game. We're back on the ground, back how the old Call of Duties were. It just feels right. So yeah, that's it for the good. That was really short. On to the bad, and oh boy, is the bad a long list. All right, first thing. Incendiary ammo. The fucking incendiary ammo. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. If you played the beta, chances are you've been killed at least like 5 or 6 times with this. It is the dumbest thing ever. I can't tell you guys how many streaks I've died on because some guy just hit fires a shotgun. He doesn't even kill me. Like, the blast hurts me, but then the fire damage does the rest and I die on my streak. Like, it's complete bullshit. So please, Sledgehammer Games, nerf the incendiary shotgun ammo for the Expeditionary Division or whatever it's called. It is overpowered. I've heard from people that played the alpha or whatever it was, like the first set, whatever that was, that the people that got exclusive access to it, they made videos on it. Apparently you had to load it into the shotgun before you used it, but now you just automatically get it. You have to, I think, take it out or disengage it. You can reattach and unattach a silencer. So if you don't want the incendiary shotgun ammo, which I don't know why you wouldn't, it's the most overpowered bullshit thing ever. It's already in the shotgun as soon as you spawn. So I guess either nerf it, make it weaker, reduce the fire damage. Because I've been on fire for seconds and seconds after I get shot. This guy will just shoot me and a buddy up, and we were running around on point to hawk, and we were still on fire for 5 seconds. So it's just stupid. It's ridiculous. So either nerf it or make it so you have to load the shotgun ammo again, like you did for the first beta or whatever it was before the private beta we all got. But yeah, so that's bullshit. And I guess on the topic of bullshit, grenades. Please nerf grenades. Grenades are too powerful. If you didn't notice, we can't exactly boost away from the grenades. As soon as they're thrown, we're dead. That half-ass 6-inch dive you gave us isn't going to get us away from a grenade. And the only way to really protect yourself is to level up the Mountain Division to level 4 out of 5. Level 4 for the Armored Division to get Blast Shield / Flak Jacket. That's way too long. That's way too much of a grind to get Blast Shield / Flak Jacket, especially since it's been available, just from casually leveling up. You have to level up a division in order to get Blast Shield or Flak Jacket, and that's preposterous. That's the only way to truly protect yourself from grenades, and I've died from bullshit random-ass grenade throws across map, and I just get, it just bonks me in the head and I get blown up, or it falls behind me, or it falls in my path when I'm running, just completely out of nowhere, and I die because there's no foolproof way. There's no basic training for it. It's not like a perk. It's not like Forage or those other division training, or what's it called, basic trainings, where they act like perks, but they're not perks. But in order to get Blast Shield, you have to have a division and equip it. And to me, that just, as strong as grenades are, that's not how it should be. So either nerf grenades or, move up the whatever the armored division's, Blast Shield or Flak Jacket alternative is, like to, I don't know, the second one, instead of the first one, because the first one's like the bipod, so you automatically get it or something like that. So either move it up or make it available early, or just nerf grenades. One of the three. Just please, just make it so we can survive grenades, because I've died by too many grenades. Next is kind of a iffier topic, and it's more personal opinion, but map structure. Map structure is not great in this game. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Point to Hawk, Ardennes, and to a lesser extent Gibraltar, there's just so much crap everywhere. It doesn't have the good layouts like we're used to, from Treyarch games, like the basic lane structure. Some examples, Hijacked or Skyjacked from BO2 or BO3, Firing Range from BO1, like all those had good lane structure. Like there was always action throughout the entire map. In these maps, there's none of that. Like even, I guess, Infinity Ward, and Infinity Ward's not really known as well for having really, really good maps, but they do have some shining examples. There's Dome from Modern Warfare 3, there's Afghan from Modern Warfare 2. Like they have proper lanes where people will go to, and there's always action throughout the whole map. It's not just squeezed into one area or randomized throughout the whole map. There's good action everywhere, but you don't see that in this. It all feels random. It all feels convoluted and mashed together. There's all this debris and barriers and just all this crap in front of you and all these corners you need to check, and it just slows down the action and it doesn't make it flow. So that could just be my opinion. Ardennes is definitely one of those. There's so many corners. There's fire. There's bricks. There's debris everywhere. There's lots of cabins where you have to check all these corners, and it just slows the game down. So personally, I'm not a fan of the maps, and I don't like them, especially with how slow some of my games have been. I'm just not a fan. So I don't know. They obviously can't change that, but I don't know. Hopefully the new maps they add for weekend 2 will be a lot better than the ones we got for weekend 1. But on to the next one, I guess. Score streaks. Score streaks are weak. If you heard anything about score streaks, it's probably about the paratroopers. They're weak as hell, and I've earned a few, I think the most kills I've gotten with one was 3 kills before they all died, and I have footage here of me killing one, and it takes just about as many shots as a normal player, so they need to be buffed. They need to be like maybe the squad mates from Ghost, and I know those were super annoying, but at least they lasted. You got it, and you feel like they did something. Here, they'll get you a few kills, but then they'll all just die, and the AI feels challenged as hell. They feel like easy bots. They just run around haphazardly, they stand still, they don't really kill anything, and if they do, then they die shortly afterwards. As you can see from my clip, I killed them easy, and I got 100 points for that. 100 points, as much as a normal player, and I feel like I didn't do anything. I killed an easy bot. That should not be allowed for the most powerful streak we got in the beta. It's 1,250 points. Those are wraps. Those are wraps from VO3, and they don't even get a third or quarter, not even maybe an eighth of the kills. They barely get anything, and they just feed the enemy team points when you get it. They're not good. So please buff the streaks. The recon plane flies too low. People can shoot at it, and it gets destroyed super easy. The glide bomb is kind of underwhelming. The barrage, it's okay, but it's 850 points. And the fighter pilot, hard to control, and I keep getting hit markers with it. So it's whatever. That could just be my personal opinion. It could be my experience, and your guys's could be different, but that's just, my opinion. This is a my opinion video. Next is objective game modes, and if you played Advanced Warfare, you know exactly where I'm going with this. Why is domination half? Why is hardpoint normal, but domination is half? I don't understand. Advanced Warfare, I think it was 2 months into the game modes, or 2 months into the game, they kept the game modes the same. I think it was late December or early January where they added a hotfix or an update where they changed the point scores. But before, objective game modes used to only give you half score for kills away from the objective. So, away from the flag, away from the hardpoint, you'd only get 50 points per kill. And they took that away for hardpoint. Hardpoint is normal. You only get 100 points for capturing the hardpoint, but you get 100 points per kill. But Dom, you only get half. And I don't know why they did that. And that was my problem with Advanced Warfare. That's why I just didn't really like it that much, because I like objective game modes, but I like getting, rewarded and making it so I can get streaks. I have a buddy, we go on 8 kill streaks and die, and we don't get a recon plane because, we're slayers, we're pub stompers. We go for kills, we help at the objective when we can, but our role is to, get kills, disrupt spawns, keep them, in their spawns if we can. not really like actively going to get flags. And even if we do get flags, like I went back to the whole flak jacket, you know, blast shield thing, we just get blown up by grenades. So it's like a lose-lose. So hopefully they update that and they just make it normal. Like, I'm not sure why they have to make it half. Like, you know, if hardpoint can be normal, then why can't Dom be like that? And, you know, just it goes back to Advanced Warfare. Why'd they even do that in the first place? I don't know. Maybe they were afraid that no one would play TDM if everything was the same. You know, you get 100 points per kill across all game modes, or I don't know. I could just be crazy here. But next. Oh my gosh. Sorry this video's so long, guys. It was just a lot to talk about. So I'm going to try and figure, or like just sum things up, like the last few points I have. Next is the menu screen, or what is it even like? It's awful. I can't even call it like a true menu. It's just everything smushed together in one screen in like little tabs. It's like a browser. It's awful, especially the social tab. If you guys have seen that, it is awful. There's in the beginning there was almost no way to know if you were in a party or if someone like was in your party that accidentally left or got kicked. You wouldn't know. You had to like go over your social tab, then in that tab go down to the sub tab and look at the party tab. Like it's awful. It's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. It's way worse than Infinite Warfare, like the beta. It's way worse than the Black Ops 3 beta for sure. It is just awful. So hopefully, you know, they update it to make it a little bit better, make it look like they put a little bit more thought and work into it. But as of right now, it is terrible. So just please update that for, you know, the second weekend if you can. They probably can't, you know, but hopefully in the final game it'll be better and we won't have another scenario like Infinite Warfare where they didn't have a combat record for like 4 months into the game. So please, Sledgehammer, do something about that. 2 more points, and so I'm gonna try and wrap it up without being so negative. These are really personal, like these are just mine, so you know, just take these with a grain of salt. But I just don't like the gameplay of the game itself. And I'm not talking about the boots on ground. I am perfectly fine with boots on ground. I love it. You know, nostalgia and everything. I am fine with that. You know, it feels great, but I just don't like the gameplay, like the mechanics, like the raise times, the ADS, the nerfing to jump shotting and drop shotting. Like I don't like it. You know, your gun constantly has to be raised and you have to be looking down sight always, which just slows down the game and makes it feel slow. And it's not like the good old, like older boots on ground games where everything was faster. It doesn't feel the same. And I don't understand how that can be, but they just nerf jump shotting. So when you jump shot, you just stand still for like a second or two, and it just makes it so it throws off your aim. Jump shotting, you have to take your gun down when you're, you know, going to prone. And I get it, you're going for realism, but this is Call of Duty. It's not about realism. You're trying to go for Battlefield 1 feel here, and you can't accomplish that because that's not what this game was meant to be, you know? So, I don't know. That could just be me, but, you know, my last point is that it just goes back to the whole gameplay thing. I don't like how this game caters to campers and head glitchers. Like, that is the most annoying thing. It just slows down the game even more. It helps them way too much, especially that one guy that's on the enemy team that just, like, head glitches the same spot, refuses to move, and just, like, it's just that one asshole that just pisses you off. And you either have to, like, you know, throw grenades at him every single time and hope you kill him. You have to keep challenging him. You just keep feeding him kills. It's just ridiculous, and I hate that so much. And it's not like, you know, the boost jumping or the exosuits, say what you will, but I could feel confident in challenging that guy, you know, back in the older games, or like the, you know, the current game, you know, Infinite Warfare. I could challenge that guy and I might win, but now I can't, and I have to just like close off that entire section of the map and go around him, and that takes time. So it's just me wasting time, and it just makes the game worse. And so that could just be me. You know, I like to play aggressive. You know, I understand that some people, you know, play more patient. You know, I understand that, but just for me, I just hate that this game caters so much to campers and corner campers and head glitchers and all these people that play like it's Battlefield fucking 1. If you want to play that game, go play Battlefield. Get away from here. You know, that it just pisses me off. So I'm sorry, you know, if any of you guys play like that, but I just can't play like that. If I know someone's chasing me, I'll play patient, but if I don't, I'll just keep running around. And that's how this game's supposed to be, a run and gun game. That's how it's meant to be, but it's slowly turning into not what it was supposed to be, and I guess I just don't like that. But anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts on the game. Sorry it was so long. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. I'm sorry, you know, I might have derailed a little bit in my opinions, but this was meant to be a longer video, so I just tried to squeeze in as many thoughts as I could. So hopefully, you know, there were some points you agreed with. If there were some that you disagreed with, you know, that's completely fine. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, so, you know, just hopefully the second weekend will be better for all of us. So yeah, until then, guys, thank you again so much for watching this video, and like always, have an awesome day. I will see you all in the next one.